Hello, this is Michel Leviathan Sorbet, and this is a new episode of Wojennik TV. Magic is a thing which always interested people. Many people tried to become magicians. Many children wanted to become magicians, and almost every kid dreams of becoming a magician during their childhood. Some of them can fulfill their dreams by becoming illusionists and performing on stage. But each of you who dreamt of it but never had the chance to try themselves as an illusionist now has the opportunity to try themselves using one of the most interesting board games published during the recent years. This game is Trickerion Legends of Illusion, published in 2015 by Mindclash games. This is a game in which we will compete as rival illusionists trying to learn the most interesting trick and to perform it before an audience. This game was designed by Richard Amand and Victor Pater, the same guys who were responsible for Anachrony, another fantastic title which I already reviewed on Wojennik TV. The time of play will be, when it comes to Trickerion, from 60 to 180 minutes, so it will depend both on the playing mode and on the number of players. It is a game for 2 to 4 players, and it is meant to be played by players aged 14 or higher. Today an unboxing, so I'd like to show you how the elements of Trickerion look like, and at the end my first impression. Let's begin. Here is the inspiring, extremely elegant cover and box of Trickerion Legends of Illusion. As you can see, a very minimalistic picture on the front. I love it. I like such artwork, I like such box covers. I prefer them from box covers with a lot of pictures, with a dynamic scenery. Here it's elegant, it's simple, it's just as it should be. On the other hand, on the second side of the box, we have a lot of things going on because first we can read about the game, so learn about the setting. We can see that this is a game which will enable us to become magicians, illusionists. An information that this will be a worker placement game using action point system with simultaneous action selection, with a great strategic depth and with minimal player downtime. We can also take a look at the board, at the playing pieces, at all the elements which are inside this box. We can also see that this game is for 2 to 4 players, aged 15 or higher, and the time of play will be somewhere around 30 minutes per player. Let's now take a look inside. After opening the box, we can see that the first element will be the rulebook. The rules are printed on a paper of high quality. It's a colored rulebook, as you can see, with a lot of graphic examples, with, as it was the case with Anachrony, a list of the elements, a description of them, with the information on how to prepare the game. Then also an explanation of how the different symbols work and what do they mean. The same is also included at the back of this booklet, so we get such an index where we can search in this keyword the symbol that interests us, and also a reminder of how to prepare the game. The rulebook is 25 or 26 pages long, with also a presentation of the different characters. So we have, for instance, Yoruba, Spirit Master, or Red Lotus, Master of Chains. So we have some famous illusionists which will be able to incarnate thanks to this game. We receive some plastic bags in which we will be able to store some of the elements, because as you can see there is no insert in this box. Those elements are loose, and those plastic bags will enable us to keep some order inside this box. We have some small tokens, shining tokens, which will be used during the game. We receive some wooden tokens as well. We receive discs in 4 different colors, 8 for each
player. As you can see, they look differently. Maybe some of them will be used in 2 to 4 player games, others in 2 player games, others in 3 or 4 player games. I do not know. I'll have to check it while reading the rules. We get also some additional markers, also in 4 different colors, as you can see. So those will be the wooden pieces. We have some character boards with those characters. As you can see, we get quite a lot of them, 12 or even more, 12 if I'm correct. They are double-sided, and this is a nice addition because actually you can choose from a female or a male character. Both sides are totally the same. The sole difference is that we receive a woman and a man, so it's possible to choose from those two characters, and some spaces where we will be placing cards or other elements. We get also something exceptional, a magician's workbook. Here we'll be able to trace the turn order, also see how the game ends, both in the base game and in the additional variant, the Dark Alley. Inside we have a description of the different tricks which we'll be able to learn during the game. So using this workbook, we'll be able to see what kind of tricks are available to learn, and also some hints on how to learn those tricks, how to behave at the theater, how to perform at the Dark Alley. We get some cards in different sizes. We get big cards. Here, as you can see, it's the Magnus Pantheon, the Riverside Theater. Those are big-sized cards. We get some smaller ones, but those are the standard-sized cards, and let's take a look at them. Here is the cards covers. Here are the cards covers, and those cards look like that. So those are the tricks that we will be able to learn during the game. For instance, the Metamorphosis or Future Sight, Vanishing Elephant, Hellhound, Paper Shred, Sewing the Assistant in Half, Transported Man, Zigzag Lady, Balsamo Skull, etc. So we get really a lot of tricks, and we will be able to learn them during this game, to master them, and maybe to become the most prestigious, most famous illusionist in the entire city, or maybe in the entire world. Why not? We get also one last type of cards, the smallest ones. Two decks of them actually. And here we'll receive some other stuff: investments, smuggled goods, traveling merchant, new twist, street performance. So those will be additional cards. Now, when looking at them, I do not know how we'll be using them. It's all described in the rules. We receive six-sided dice, 2 black, 2 white and 2 gray, with some symbols on them. Finally, we have the game board, which will be a mounted board, a quite big one, on which we will find different locations. So, for instance, we will be able to go downtown, we'll be able to go to the market, and we'll be able also to go to the theater. And here, as you can see, every seat is numbered. We'll get some audience, some spectators. Our place will be on the scene where we will be performing our show. This board is double-sided, as I believe one side will be used for the base game, and the second side can be used for the variant, which is included in the game. Extremely pretty full of interesting spots and locations. Every player will receive their own board on which he'll be able to place his own cards, his own assets, which he will be using during the game. It will be his workshop. As you can see here, we can store some elements which will be used during our performance. Those boards are also double-sided. There is a difference, as I can see, because we get those additional information. Maybe this is, yes, this is the board as I believe used in the variant, and this will be the side used in the base game. Finally, we get also 3 counter sheets where we will find, for instance, pigeons, coins, sauce, or other things that will be important in order to prepare and to perform the tricks learned during the game. Those counters are, as you can see, very pretty, of a very high quality, nice centered, with a nice artwork, with colors which will enable us to see from a big distance what they represent. And this is it. This was the last component inside the box of Trickerion Legends of Illusion. Now I'd like to invite you to my first impressions, so let's end this part of the video and let's pass to a short conclusion.
At the beginning of this video I have already said that in my opinion most children wanted to become magicians during their childhood, and Trickerion Legends of Illusion is a game which will enable us to fulfill this child's dream. There are some games in which we can become magicians. We have, for instance, Argent the Consortium or Alchemicus or others where magic is an important factor of the components and of the mechanics. But Trickerion is different because we will not become magicians, we will be becoming illusionists. So in many games we'll have this real magic, if real magic exists, where we will be creating artificial monsters, or where we will be creating something from nothing. Here in Trickerion we will try to master some illusionists tricks, but using all the knowledge and elements which are part of the profession. This will not be real magic, this will be only illusion. And this is an exceptional approach to magic in board games, something which makes this game quite unique. I like the components of the game. I find them very attractive, as well as in Anachrony we get a lot of stuff in this box, and this game will, as I have seen on some pictures, take a lot of space. But at the same time, those elements will increase and further enhance this experience of living an illusionist adventure. I can't wait to play the first game. I will return to this game during a future review, so I will present it in another video. Up until then, I invite you to take a look at our other videos. We have some reviews and unboxings in English. This was the unboxing of Trickerion Legends of Illusion, published by Mindclash Games. Thank you a lot for watching it, and I wish you a fantastic day. See you next time.